One, two. Mic check, one, two. Mic check, one, two. Hello, everyone. I'm just waiting for a few more folks to jump on, and then I'll go ahead and start this little afternoon live with everyone. All right. Notifications are going out. People are jumping on. That's great. We'll go ahead and kind of start things up. So hello, you guys. For those who don't know, this is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA. And as you can see, we are live at Jones Livestock Auction in Jones, Oklahoma. It is the first Thursday of the month, and that means that their weekly livestock sale that they have every Thursday night is online. So all the livestock we sell tonight is going to be available for online bidding. A couple reasons I'm jumping online now. The first and most important is to make sure my mic and my camera are in working order. And equally important, I just kind of want to chat with you guys real quick about what to expect for tonight, and maybe do a super quick online bidding tutorial for the folks who are new. So normally we start livestock and we say you're safe, from 8:30 to 9, assuming we'll start livestock then. Guys, tonight we're going to be starting early. There's not a lot of stuff outside. If you're down here in Oklahoma City, you know the weather is not exactly ideal today. Been a little wet out there. And you can see what we have in the ring for tack. And of course, that could change in the next 30 minutes, but it's doubtful. So I'm going to say we're going to start livestock probably between 7:30 and 8. And I will keep you guys posted if it looks like it's going to be vastly different than that. But right now, plan on an earlier start than normal of 7:30 to 8 on the livestock. For those of you who aren't watching in the area, please remember we are on Central Standard Time. So it's 5:30 here now for reference. So goats, tons of goats tonight, guys, tons and tons of goats. We've got several llamas, males, bred females, and open females. We have peacocks, white and the India blue peacocks, I know for sure. All kinds of cattle, ponies, donkeys, pretty good assortment. You guys have been on the Facebook page, so you've seen all of that. So we'll start the livestock. Like I said, peacocks will start it off, and then we usually do either the exotics, and by that I mean like the llamas and the oddities, and then go right into the goats or vice versa. A word on the goats. And if you've bid with us, this is our third month doing the livestock sale. And as the name of the platform that we bid online with implies, Horse Auctions USA is set up to do horse auctions. So the livestock works a little bit differently. And we've had, it's been a little bit of a learning period. And Martin, I see your question there. Nope, you don't bid here with your buyer's number, Martin. You're going to go to bid.horseauctionsusa.com and you're going to click register to bid and follow the prompts. If you're registered to bid here at Jones Livestock in person, you still need to register online. There's no way to integrate our two registration systems, so you need to have a separate registration for online bidding. So I just want to talk to you guys again about the goats, and then we'll kind of go into the online bidding real quick. So the goats, if you've been with us, you know they go very, very fast. Goats are, unless it's like a super fancy boar goat or, one of the select advertised goats, it's always times the money. So if there's 5 goats in the ring and the bid is $100, it's $500, right? Always times the money on goats. And they are quick, very, very quick. So in order for me to let you guys bid, if we're doing it with their accurate hip numbers, as soon as they come in, I have to wait and see how many goats come in the ring, and then I have to find all their tag numbers. And you would think they would all be in a row, but they're not because the goats don't always stay in order. So by the time, if we use the actual hip tags on the goats, by the time I get them all opened, Ernie has sold them. So in order for you guys to bid on the goats, the goat numbers are in there. I think I started them at like 500. Anyway, it's just going to be random tag numbers. Okay. So the reason I want to touch on this is I don't want to confuse people. I don't care what the tag numbers say online on the goats. Our clerk is clerking the actual goats that that you're buying. So with the goats you see in the ring, that's what you're bidding on. Just ignore the tag numbers on the goats online. All right. Those are just in there as placeholders. If there's 5 goats in there, I'm going to grab 5 tags that say goat and we're going to go. Megan, I totally agree. I know they go so fast on the goats. I will do my level best to give you a little bit more input on those goats. I'm going to be very honest. I am rather knowledgeable about horses. My knowledge on goats and cattle is limited at best, guys. So I have to rely on someone to tell me. I do know the basics, so I will try to get you guys the basics on the goats. Again, I know they go super, super fast, and that makes it hard. So as far as that tag number situation goes, the goats are really the only one that applies to. On the cattle, because we often do choice a few times. On the exotics, on the equines, those tag numbers will largely be correct. The only time it won't be is if someone came and unloaded late, and it was something I'd already advertised ahead. So they came in after we'd started or whatever and checked in. That tag number obviously will be wrong, but I want to make sure you're bidding on the horse that you saw. So anyway, just kind of semantics there, just to let you guys kind of know. What else can I tell you? So you're going to have to register with a credit card tonight when you register to bid, and I'll walk you guys through that in just a minute. Just a couple things about the card. Number one, when you register, it's going to put a $500 pre-authorization on your card. I hate it. I hate that we have to do that. This is just the time we live in. We're subject to scammers just like everybody else. So we got to make sure that you're a bidder over the age of 18 with a valid payment method. That's why we have to do that. And again, I know it's inconvenient. I don't like it, but I don't have a better solution. So you're going to get a pre-authorization on there. It's not a charge. Your mobile banking app will almost certainly send you a notification that looks like a charge, and that's going to send you into a panic, and at least one of you will call me and ask why I charged you to register to bid. So I'm going to try to head that off here. It is not a charge, I promise. If you get actually into the banking, you'll see it kind of sitting there pending. It never actually completes. And when the auction is done tonight and everybody's accounts close out, that goes away like it was never there. Like it doesn't get refunded because it doesn't actually charge. It just vanishes into thin air. It's gone. It does it immediately on my end. How fast it does it on your bank's end is very, dependent on the bank. Some banks will show it gone tomorrow. Some banks will show it gone Saturday. Some banks will show it gone Monday. It very much depends on your bank. The bottom line is you're not getting charged to register. Number 2, you do not have to pay for your winning bids with that card. You can pay cash or check at pickup. If you do want to use your card, that's fine. The girls in the office will have to get the card number for you because, again, our systems don't integrate. They won't have access to your card information. Pickup. You'll need to pick up before noon tomorrow. If you can't pick up before noon tomorrow, you'll need to arrange board with Damon and Angie here at the barn. All these instructions are in the information on the sale too. I'm just kind of want to brush over things that people tend to miss. There is a per day board charge, so just keep that in mind. So ideally pick up by noon tomorrow, and if you need to leave them longer than that, then you can do that, but you're going to have to make boarding arrangements with Damon. So I just want to go over registering to bid and bidding real quick. So for those of you who've been with me before, you've already seen this, and this is going to be old news, and you don't have to watch the rest of this. I'm not going to have anything else exciting to add. To my new bidders, though, to people who are new to the platform, you might find this really helpful. So first things first, you can bid one of 2 ways. If you're going to be bidding on your phone, a tablet, a mobile device, I recommend you use our app. It's laid out really nicely for the mobile devices. Most of my users who have the app really like the app. It's free to download, whether you have an Android or an iPhone. You're going to go to either the App Store or the Google Play Store. You're going to go to the search and type in horse auctions with an S at the end, USA. It'll pop right up. Just click download and you're off to the races. For those of you who don't want to use the app, I'm going to go ahead and change your camera view here, guys. Okay, so hang on one second. So now you can look at my computer. For those of you who don't want to use the app, you're going to go here. You're going to open your browser, and I like Google Chrome. It's the most up-to-date browser, but you use any browser you want. It'll work on all of them, and you're going to go to bid dot. See that little dot there? Make sure you put the period in there. Bid dot horse auctions with an S, USA.com. All right. So whether you're on the app or you are on your computer, the rest of this stuff is all the same. Okay. So you see lots of auctions here because we have lots of auctions coming up this month. The whole month is there, but the one that we're worried about is right here. It is Jones Livestock Auction. So if you will click view auction beneath Jones Livestock Auction, it's going to bring this up. This is the information over here about this sale. And this over here is an index of the animals. Now, I am frantically uploading tags. As soon as I'm done this, I'm going back to that little chore. So you're going to see lots more animal tag numbers popping up here in the next hour. And also, see all these big numbers, these 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 numbers? Those are all going to change over to our correct tag numbers. So expect these numbers to change, and of course the selling order to change. Now, when the number changes, it doesn't matter. Like if you had starred or, placed a bid on one of these animals with a big number and, I change his hip number, it doesn't matter. You're still with him. Okay. So don't worry about the number changing. So that's how to find everything. If you're looking for something in particular, there is a search option that you can use. When you're on the computer, you'll have a search bar up here, or you have this little search glass down in the lower right-hand corner. If you're on the app, you've got this little search glass. Either way, if you click that, you can search this with whatever keyword your little heart desires. So if I am only interested in Highland cattle tonight, I can type in Highland and boom, there they are, right? If I'm only interested in Angus, I can type in Angus, and if it says Angus, it's going to populate. Okay. So that's just a quick cheat, an easy way to find if you're looking for very specific things. Okay. If you find something you really like and you would like to know more about it, you're going to click on the heading and go investigate. And the reason I'm choosing Elsa here is she has a video. So let's say I really like Elsa and I want to look at Elsa. Oh, and you know what? I said that and I didn't load her video. So this was a terrible example to use. But anyway, if Elsa's video were loaded, it would be the second thumbnail. So if they have a video, I think these guys have a video. There we go. So like the first is their picture. And then if they've got a little video, it'll be the second thumbnail on their listing. Okay. And they'll say video up here. There's not a ton of videos. So you guys aren't missing, lots of videos. There's only a few that have them, but they are there. Okay. So that's how to navigate. Registering to bid. It says register to bid under every lot. So if you want to register to bid, you just click register to bid under any lot. It doesn't matter if you register under a peacock, a cow, a goat, wherever. Anywhere, anyone will do it. If you're new, you've never used Horse Auctions USA before, don't put your email and your password in here, guys, because you're new. That's not going to recognize it. Go down here to no account, sign up here, click that, and then put your information in and click continue, and it's going to walk you through. For those of you who have used Horse Auctions USA before, you are going to go ahead and put your email and your password in. I'm going to go ahead. I have a bidder account for this purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in so you guys can see how to bid. Now I am registered to bid, and I want to point out two things. It is a very good habit to make absolutely sure that the first thing you do when you open your app or you go to this website is that you look in the upper corner, the right-hand corner, and you make sure that you see your name and or initials. Okay? The reason I say that is if you are bidding live with us tonight and you're waiting for this one specific animal to come in and you wait hours and hours and it finally comes in and you are not logged in and you go to bid, I promise you by the time you realize you're not logged in and you get logged in, it will have been sold. So I've had that happen to people at horse sales before. So I just can't stress enough. Good force of habit. As soon as you get here, make sure your name's there. The other big sign that you are logged in, if it's an auction you have already registered for. I've registered for this. Now my registration prompt says bid. Okay. That's another indicator. Hey, yep, you're good to go. So wonderful. We're off to the races. Now you see how I can bid now? That's because we have early absentee bidding available. So this is an option for those of you who aren't able to join us live tonight. For example, maybe you got to get up at 4:00 tomorrow morning. It's going to be a late night. Maybe you're just like me and you really want to be in bed at 8:00. Whatever the reason. Another reason that people don't think of to use this, those of us with livestock often live out in the country, and living out in the country comes with rural internet and sometimes spotty service. Again, things go super, super fast here. The internet here is very good. There's no lag on my end, but I have no control over how much lag is on yours. So if you're in an area of spotty service, you might want to think about this option because that takes the risk out of it. If you're bidding live and you lose signal or your internet gets a little wonky for a minute, it could just be a split second too long and you lose the bid. Because once Ernie says sold, it's sold. Like if your bid comes across my screen as the word sold is coming out of his mouth, I can't take your bid. Happens every sale, everywhere. So just keep that in mind. The other time I'm going to tell you you want to use this is if you find high pressure situations stressful and you're not real familiar with auctions. Auctions are high pressure. I'm just going to tell you if this isn't something that's pretty normal for you, it's fast and sometimes, it's really intimidating for people. So in all of those cases, we're going to talk about this absentee bidding. How does this work? You can do it in real time, right? Like you can place a bid. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then just wait till someone comes and knocks you out. You can do that ahead of time, but that's not going to help you when we go live. But when you're bidding in real time, and I'm going to show you guys this because when we go live tonight, this is an important thing. I'm going to place a bid. This is a practice lot, so I'm going to encourage you guys to use this. You can't hurt anything on this lot 0. Bid to your little heart's content. I'm going to click bid 125. Do you see how it says confirm bid? I have not bid yet. I have to click twice. We don't want accidental bidding. That's why it does that. So I'm going to click a second time to confirm it, and now I'm the high bidder. So if you're bidding live tonight, keep that in mind. Make sure that this is what you get. So if it says confirm bid, you need to click again. But if you want to do the absentee bidding, this 125, that's not going to get you very far, right? You see this little drop down arrow? That's where you want to go. So if you click there and you say create a max bid, that's what you're going to use. The computer's going to do all the work for you, just like eBay if you've ever used it. So I'm going to say, let's just say I put in, I'm going to keep this low because I want you guys to play with this later. I'm going to put in a $300 maximum bid, right? So, but what if the computer jumps me to $300? Well, let's see. It's not gonna. See how it didn't change? I was already the high bidder, and the computer knows that. So if you come along and you knock me out for 150, the computer is going to see that. It's not going to set me in for 300. It's going to set me in at 175, and so on and so on. Okay? So the computer's not going to automatically jump you to your max. It's going to work on your behalf. So don't be afraid to use that. That is available to you. Again, we go fast. Really good option. If you're afraid, you'll miss out. For those of you who do want to go live tonight, when we go live, and I will open this lot up. I'll try to anyway. I'm not going to promise, but I'll do my best. Like 5 minutes before we start for real, I'll try to open this lot up for some live bidding. When we go live tonight, you're going to come here. You're going to, get on the first lot. Go ahead and get on that sale information one, and then click view live. We're not active, so it's not up. But when we are, it's going to bring this up, and you'll have real-time audio and video. So that's it. That's all, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the live broadcast. Again, my name is Bridget. Any questions, any problems, you can call me or text me. It's 336-904-8903. I would encourage you to do so before we go live. Once we go live, it's really hard for me to answer my phone. You will need to resort to texting. So thank you very much, you guys. I will keep you posted on the start time.